Welcome, guys, to Rise and Shine Movie News. We have a lot to talk about today. A lot of stories. A lot of images have been introduced today on the net. We have Jubilee being cast. I like Jubilee. We have, did I mention Lex Luthor? We have our first picture of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. We also have our first big look at The Thing, and we also have Idris Elba maybe playing a Star Trek villain. But let's get right to Jubilee real quick. I think I like Jubilee. I think she was great in the 90s animated series. I always wished that a live adaptation of that series would come on the big screen, but now since X-Men Days of Future Past hit a home run, that's unlikely. And, it's fine. It's fine that they don't do it. I did like Days of Future Past. I thought it was pretty awesome. But we're going to be seeing Jubilee in X-Men Apocalypse. And she is going to be played by Lana Condor. Now, if you know, there was a previous actress who was playing Jubilee in small cameos in, I believe, X2 and maybe not the first X-Men, X-Men 3, I believe. X2 and X-Men 3. She was there. She's there. Little cameos. But now we're going to have her maybe in this a bigger kind of picture. Now, I don't know too much. Sorry about that. I don't know too much about this actress. Actually, there's not a lot about this actress. She's not credited with a lot of roles. Excuse me. But, she looks like Jubilee. I look at the picture right now, and she looks like Jubilee. I can see her. I hope they cut her hair. I like Jubilee with kind of the short hair. Jubilee is perfect for this X-Men Apocalypse because it is 80s, and if you see Jubilee's outfit, that's straight out 80s right there. I remember going to Comic-Con, my first year at Comic-Con, and somebody dressed up as Jubilee. Spot on. She looked like Jubilee. Her clothes were like Jubilee. I mean, Jubilee's clothes are just made for the 80s. So I can't wait to see what her character... I don't think she's going to have too big of a role. She'll probably be somewhat just there for a little bit, and that's about it. But like Quicksilver, she'll be there for maybe a couple scenes, but I don't think she'll have too much big of a role. Now, it is also rumored that Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, will make a cameo like that, maybe a bigger cameo than that of X-Men First Class. Halle Berry might come back in for a cameo, and then we also might have our first look, Channing Tatum as Gambit making a cameo. I want to see Gambit. I think they should stick with what he had in that 90s cartoon. That kind of Gambit. I want to see that Gambit. Let me see that Gambit, please. Gambit is he's probably my favorite X-Men behind... I mean, there's also Nightcrawler, and I always liked Wolverine, but I didn't think Wolverine's not my favorite, but Gambit and Nightcrawler were always my two favorites. So, I cannot wait to see what Gambit's all about, if this rumor is true that he will make a cameo, and I can't wait to see what Jubilee brings to the table as well, because if you watch the X-Men 90s cartoon, in the first episode, Jubilee was like our introduction to this X-Men world. And I thought that was a great, I don't want to say character device, but, she definitely, she was a young kid, and she got taken in. I really like Jubilee. I think Jubilee has something to offer. So, out of the way, Jubilee, because Lex Luthor is on his way. Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg. Now, when I see this photo... Somebody pointed out on Cinema Blend, I can't remember your name, but I can't take credit for this. But if you look at the full picture and you look at his, what he's wearing, his shirt, it kind of looks like a prison type, outfit. It looks like he's maybe in prison or came back from prison or something like that. So that's interesting note. Jesse Eisenberg with the bald cube head. I think it's so funny wondering this is probably the most attention anybody has got, whether they're going to get a haircut or not. Hell, I need a haircut. But yeah, so he looks not too bad with the bald head. He looks so young though, so young, going against these Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, and they're older. I mean, these two main actors are older. Even Gal Gadot's, I think, up there in age as well. Not too up there. She might be in the 30s. Not sure. But yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. Well, Jesse Eisenberg's pretty old. He just looks young. He's up there in age as well. He just looks young. I still think I would have loved to see Idris Elba, which we're going to be talking about in a little bit, as Lex Luthor. I think Idris Elba would have just fucking knocked it out of the park. I think he's menacing. But Jesse Eisenberg, I don't know. I know they're going for that social network type deal. You know, this kid who's super smart, who has all the tech, who is followed by everybody because I don't know. I don't know about Jesse Eisenberg. I don't know about that. I think this is the one questionable casting other than Gal Gadot, which Gal Gadot is fine. I think she could be a badass, but I would have loved my Wonder Woman a little bit, Just I didn't picture her basically as Wonder Woman, but you know what? We'll see. Jesse Eisenberg, I could see him. No, it can go either way. He can knock it out of the park, or he not so much. But he has potential to do that because Jesse Eisenberg is a really good actor. I really enjoy his performance. I think he is a good actor, but it's just I'm just very sad that they didn't get Idris Elba to play that role. Bryan Cranston, I would have loved Bryan Cranston, but he's too old. He's you could tell he's just old. He's old. Well, anyway, so that's my thoughts on Jesse Eisenberg. Before we get to let's get to Idris Elba. Idris Elba, Star Trek. He might be one of the villains. He's going against Heisenberg himself, Bryan Cranston, on who should play, the villain. It's said that he's up for maybe a role. I think that's awesome. I haven't been really too excited with Star Trek 3. I like Star Trek. I really like the first one. The second one, I remember watching it for the first time, and I didn't really enjoy it as much. And then the second time around when I watched it, I enjoyed it even more. But now that, it's been quite some time, that second one is not, I don't really care for. It's not really rewatchable. Somewhat of it. I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch was great. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but I know who Khan is. I know who all this other crap. I know who the Klingons are. And some say that Idris Elba might be part of that Klingon. It might be a Klingon leader or something like that. So that'd be cool. I definitely think Idris Elba, whatever he's in, he always makes the film better. Because Idris Elba, man, this guy is the most underrated actor ever. Marvel, they fucked up. They fucked up just casting him as Hammerville, the guardian of Azeroth or whatever, Asgard, the Watcher. I think he looks cool. I think, sure, that's Idris Elba. He looks cool, this and that. But I think if Marvel was smart enough, they would have gave him a bigger role because this guy deserves a lead role. This guy is great. He's a great actor. I love him there. Everything he does. I started to check out Luthor, so him being a Star Trek 3 just ups it up even more. Then it makes me curious, makes me a little bit more excited. I want to see where they're going to go with it. So hopefully Star Trek 3 kind of like, I'm just interested. I'm interested now that, if Idris Elba does get a part in it. So we'll see where it goes. I'll be in the theaters, no doubt, watching the movie. So even if Idris Elba is in it or not. So let's go on to Fantastic Four. We have The Thing. Oh, a lot of people hate this picture. This picture was tweeted or whatever, Instagram or whatever. I think it was at WonderCon. I'm not sure. Is WonderCon going on right now? WonderCon might be going on right now. I know. I can't believe I'm missing WonderCon this year. I'm sorry, guys. I had to miss WonderCon in order to go to Star Wars celebrations and to Comic-Con. So I had to miss WonderCon this year, which kind of sucks because there's a lot of good movie exclusives at WonderCon. If you haven't been to WonderCon, go check it out. It's, the tickets are not that bad. You're right there next to Disneyland, so if you don't want to go just to WonderCon, you got Disneyland right there. WonderCon's a great experience if you just like, everything convention. I really do love the movie exclusives. I got to see Godzilla exclusive. Edge of Tomorrow, Bill Paxton, that was great. Kingsman showed that one scene, the bar scene, and it was it was a long time before we saw any footage of the Kingsman. So yes, WonderCon is definitely worth the price. If if Comic-Con you can't really get into Comic-Con. It's hard to get into Comic-Con panels, so I suggest you go to WonderCon. But other than that, I don't know if the picture is for WonderCon. I'm just assuming. I saw the article, But I'll have the links as well, descriptions below. But I'm not going to go back and look at it. But I did see the picture. And I got to say, the picture, a lot of people hate seeing the comments. A lot of people don't like it. They look like he looks like poo. Kind of does look like poo. Is it an upgrade to the last Fantastic Four? Yeah, it is. It kind of is. I didn't really like the last Fantastic Four, the way they did the thing. I didn't like those movies at all. But yeah, like he looks so mushed right in the face. He looks, he looks so scrunched or something. It's okay. You know, I mean, when I first saw it, I didn't necessarily like it, but you know, when we watch the film, I think maybe we'll see. My expectations for Fantastic Four. That trailer didn't really do it for me. I think I would be more excited if I saw Doctor Doom. If I saw Doctor Doom, I think I'd be more excited because I do like the actor. And I don't know about this one. It's just looking at it right now. He just. I don't know. He kind of reminds. I'm trying to picture it what he looks like. He looks like I've seen that kind of face and that thing before. Yeah, whatever. It's okay. It's fine. Whatever. Do I have high hopes for this movie? I kind of do. I kind of do have high hopes. I mean, look at the acting in this movie. I think the acting alone, there's something to look forward to. But the movie itself, yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see when it lands. The thing, he looks whatever. You know, let's see him in actual footage and see what he does. Maybe he'll be a badass. You know, looks are not kind of like the Hulk when he first got introduced. It took a while for me to get used to that look of the Hulk because I was already associated with the Incredible Hulk, you know, Edward Norton's version. So, you know, the look of the thing, it's a little weird at first, but maybe when we see it in action, it'll be different. So, just like a lot of people had a problem with the Christopher Nolan Batsuit, it's a little weird at first, but, you know, you get used to it. You don't even really pay attention to it, so we'll see. We'll see. So that's about it for Rise and Shine movie news. Let me know your thoughts on all the news that's happened today. Just a busy, good. I mean, it's been a while since we had some movie news, and we got some movie news. I think the Jesse Eisenberg is blowing up. I mean, it's just a guy who got a haircut. But like I said, dude, I mean, Jesse Eisenberg, I hope he knocks it out of the park. I just really would have liked Idris Elba in that role. And then we also had Tyrese wanting to go Green Lantern. I don't see Tyrese going as Jon Stewart. I think Idris Elba would have been perfect for that role too. Idris Elba would make a great Jon Stewart. But I would like to see Hal Jordan as well. But I think I cater to Jon Stewart more because, you know, that's my generation. And I grew up with the Justice League and stuff, the cartoon series. I like Jon Stewart a lot more. But yeah, I just think Ryan Reynolds, he didn't destroy that movie by all means. He was okay in that movie, but I did think he was miscast. So thank you guys for listening, and please subscribe, please like, let me know, just tell me your thoughts on the movie news and everything. a little rumor going on that they already casted Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel at Marvel. So who do they cast on that? You know who I want. Do you not know who I want? Forgot her name already, but yeah. That's the rumor that's going on. It is Angelina Jolie. She's got some problems going on right now, so I don't know if she's going to direct or not. So thank you guys for listening, though. Let me know your thoughts on all these stories and what do you think about them. And thank you. That's it. I mean, I'm out. Subscribe, like, boom. Oh, don't do that. Boom. No, don't do that. Boom. Nah.